How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some actual Pokemon leaks. Here we go, guys. So, I say actual Pokemon leaks, but possibly Pokemon leaks. I don't want to give you false hope here, but we're going to start with the thing that was posted by Pororo. Now, Pororo here is a legitimate leaker, an actual leaker, man, person, individual, woman, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, but this individual, the penguin, has came through and said something very interesting. Now, I didn't manage to cover this on the weekend because I have been insanely sick over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and even Friday. I was insanely sick. I was dying. I couldn't barely walk, so I'm back now. I'm not 100% yet, but we're going to take a look at what Pokemon has to say. So, starting things off, we have this post right here, which is from Pororo. It says, I don't know anything about Pokemon Presents. While heard of an outsourced Unova-related game, the info was from last year, so it may turn out to be inaccurate, which is a little bit weird of him to say. Now, if you don't know Pororo, he actually, just a few days ago, if you go over to his profile, you'll see he actually leaked some stuff about the Nintendo Direct, which was specifically these swimming thingies, which was related specifically to Endless Ocean. Now, Endless Ocean was revealed during the most recent Presents thingy, yeah, basically, you know, he more or less confirmed that, even with the monkey ball game, right? Like, he even confirmed that, pretty much confirmed it with this post. So, again, the man has actual information. He's a legitimate leaker. He's not, like, talking out of his ass. But what he says here is very intriguing. He says, I don't know anything about Pokemon Presents, while I heard of an outsourced Unova-related game. So he's heard something from, like, the information he gets, something from one of the sources, one of the many sources he gets, has actually confirmed something to do with Unova. But it is old information. That's what he says here. And he even confirms it later here, where I think we go to this post from Centro, where Centro said, Pororo, the Nintendo Direct leaker, is now saying that he heard about a outsourced Unova-related game last year. He very clearly says to take it with a grain of salt, as the information may have changed or could be inaccurate. But there you go. He says, I don't think it's worth reporting. I'm willing to take the L if it ends up being wrong. And of course, Sancho says, got it. You made it clear that the information is not fully trusted. There's no issue there. Which is true. Again, keep in mind, don't take this as a blatant, like, yes, this is confirmed. We're getting Unova. No guarantees. All he says is that he heard something about it in a grapevine, right? Like, from one of his sources. He must have heard something, but he doesn't have confirmation. He doesn't have actual confirmed information for now. Like he said, he heard something, but right now, like leading up to Pokemon Presents tomorrow, he hasn't got any confirmation of it. He hasn't got anything that confirms this information. He simply has known this information over the past year, which, keep in mind, is a very important distinction. You might think to yourself, well, if they said they're going to make one, if he heard it once, means it's confirmed. Projects can be canceled, okay? Project can be canceled. Project can change. And I'll show you a bit of a proof on that, because there are things that point towards those kind of things. Like, for example, there are Pokemon trademarks for Pokemon Violet that already existed in 2001, right? There are Pokemon trademarks for Pokemon Gray, which never happened, which could happen tomorrow. You never know. My point is that things can be planned and then canceled, okay? Video games are very, you know, fluid in their existence. They can just be a concept that never comes to fruition. It can be a concept that does happen. There can be 7 concepts that never get put into actual play and never get created. My point is just simply stands. There is no guarantees as of just yet. We have to wait and see what actually happens going forward, but this is where we're at right now with this information. And again, I want to get your guys' thoughts. Now, down here, Cat Thor actually asked him, Pororo being straightforward and not speaking in riddles, this is both a shock and extremely disappointing, and now I'm very curious as to what is going on. He says, this is not a leak and should be taken with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing something I'm aware of. And again, shout out to Rob here for sharing this with me. But again, it is very, very odd that he would even share this. Like, even the fact that he brought this up, again, I don't know anything about Pokemon Presents. While I've heard of an outsourced Unova-related game, the info was from last year, so it may turn out to be inaccurate. That could be the same information, by the way. The information he has could be the same information the Riddler Coup has, and that information could be, like, now outdated and not really matter anymore, or it could still be what we're getting. But the fact that he says it does lean more towards that Unova-related stuff. He said Unova-related. He didn't say Unova remake. He didn't say anything like that. He said an outsourced Unova game, which could be anything, okay? That could be a lot of possible things. That can go in so many directions. Just keep that in mind. There's so many ways that can go. Just keep that in mind. And of course, he is a legitimate leaker, so I would say just definitely keep him on the radar into the future, because he will definitely provide some actual stuff. Again, he has genuinely been correct. He was correct about the Nintendo Direct. All the information in regards to that, he was correct about. So yeah, just keep in mind, he's a legitimate leaker. Don't discount his information. As for Centro, specifically, Centro just came out and said that, you know, just shared this, nothing really like brand new, but there you go. That's pretty much that. Central did also, I think pretty much that's the only thing that they really confirmed in terms of, not really confirmed, but at least what they talked about. And that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So let's move on to something else. Now, this was sent to me by John Dex, so shout out to John for this one. He sent me this information and this post here from Zippo. Now, Zippo is apparently another leaker, and yes, I know there's too many names now to keep track of with these leakers, but again, that's why I'm here. You guys are just here to listen to my dumbass talk about these things and explain them to you. So let's get through it. So Zippo apparently shared, or at least this is an article about it. Now Zippo has its own post. We're going to go through the article really quickly first. Now, Pokemon Insider leaks 2 mainline games releasing this year. Nintendo Switch apparently has 2 more mainline Pokemon games before the Switch 2 arrives. According to the newly surfaced rumor, there are 2 mainline Pokemon games releasing this year. The information comes our way through the source that goes by Zippo, who is a source that has proven both reliable in past, but also off the mark in past as well, including recently. This is true of majority of anonymous internet insider. Unfortunately, there is the possibility that the information is incorrect. There's also much meat on the bone for Pokemon fans to chew on, though there is an interesting wrinkle elsewhere. What exactly is claimed? The exact verbiage is that there are 2 mainline Pokemon titles which will release this year. What's not clarified is whether or not 2 in this instance refers to a normal or dual mainline release. That's true, such as Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield, or if it refers to one of these, plus another game. 2022 comes to mind with Pokemon Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. That said, even in this instance, some refer to the former as not a mainline game. Unfortunately, this is all we have at the moment, at least from Zippo, over on the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter. We have some more intel, though. Taken to X, anonymous leaker Pororo, a source with incredible track record, hints at some type of announcement coming from Game Freak in a rumor Nintendo Direct, supposedly happening next month. That said, the event is rumored to be a partner showcase. Presumably, Game Freak is set to have something other than Pokemon. And this is actually something Pororo did say. Probably next month in March, we're going to get a Nintendo Direct again. I think that's the one they said that's going to reveal the next Switch. Not sure if that's still confirmed, but he did say something else, though, which is also that we're going to see that new game that Game Freak's working on. And it's something outside of Pokemon, because Game Freak has 2 more projects, I think. 1 or 2. One of them is called Project Bloom. It's not actually, confirmed what it looks like yet, but it's an action-adventure game. So think like Mario or Super Mario Odyssey, that style of game. At least that's what action-adventure kind of, looks like in my head. So you've got that from them, Project Bloom, and then something called Pandland, which we don't know if it's the same thing or a different thing, but that's also being worked on. So yeah, unfortunately, this is all we have at the moment, at least from Zippo, over on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter. Okay, so this is just about the same thing again. Right now, all we have is rumor and speculation. So now let's look at what Zippo actually said. So this was a post by Zippo himself, or herself. Again, I don't know. I don't think it really matters in this case, but let's get to the actual information, shall we? So, yes, Switch 2 has been delayed to 2025. So that's the first thing he says. This is February 17th. To say the last few days have been incredibly deflating is a massive understatement. This is made on blogs, so it's a website. We were this, and I mean this close to having a Switch successor officially announced. Unfortunately, reports from the major trades have confirmed that the system has been delayed into the next year. Those are unfortunately accurate, and that means we're dealing with yet another year of dusty old Switch. It's really, really disappointing, but these types of things just happen. Some of Nintendo's launch window games apparently need more time, and I'll always support game developers taking all the time they need. Game development is hard, guys. This also means every Switch 2 game I've told you guys, folks about will obviously have to be pushed back as well. Nintendo was prepared for this, though. They're still doing well on over a dozen finished Switch games that are ready to go at any time now. As part of Nintendo's revised schedule this year, Metroid Prime 4, 2 new mainline Pokemon titles, and more unannounced Mario games will release this year, alongside a bunch of unannounced remasters. All in all, it's a solid way to end the life of their most popular console, and it's hell of a lot better than whatever the hell the Wii and Wii U ended with. So, yeah, people here asked a few questions, of course. Is Nintendo still releasing Fire Emblem 4 Remake this year? Yeah, it's just a bunch of questions, stuff like that. But I don't think I ever see Zippo himself here, or the actual, owner of this website, actually making the post. But yeah, it is a bit odd. So again, this person is someone that does have genuine information, but you got to take it with a grain of salt, right? So you got to take it with a massive grain of salt, and that's just kind of where I'm going to leave that one at. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing though, which is actually really interesting. So this one was sent to me by I think our boy, I think it was Jay Wants to Battle. I think that's who sent it. Yeah, Jay Wants to Battle. So one of our viewers, one of our longtime viewers, sent this search to me, or this thingy to me, this little video where he searches up Pokemon White Gold. Pokemon White Gold. He Googles it, and interestingly, when he Googles Pokemon White Gold, it takes him to Nintendo.com. When he Googles PokemonWhiteGold.com, it takes him to Nintendo.com. Now, this was very interesting to me, and I really got caught up in this. And I was like, yo, is this it? Is this the smoking gun? Is this the one? So I decided to actually look up the IP address. Now, you can actually look up the IP addresses of different domains, different, search, like website, IPs, right? So, google.com, that's a domain. You can actually look up where they are from, when they were created, who owns them, and stuff like that. So I looked it up using whoisip.be, which is a Belgian website. And basically, I looked up PokemonWhiteGold.com, and here is the different registration information. So first of all, registrar URL. So the people who registered this one is CSCDBS. Now, if you look up CSCDBS, if you actually go to their website here, CSCDBS, you will see that it is mostly a domain security company, a company that just handles different domains and also security of websites. That's pretty much their job. They try to keep certain domains, in the hands of big companies. And then you can actually see when it was last updated. So the last time this was updated was in 2022. However, and this is where you kind of lose the potential of this meaning anything important, is right here. The creation date was 2002, and the expiry of this one is 2024, this year on the, I guess, the 10th month, so, geez, where's my brain? October? So in October 30th, that's when this one expires, and it's for White Gold, Pokemon White Gold, okay? Very specific name there, not gonna lie, but White Gold. That's the one that's kind of there. Now, the CSE Corporate Domains Company, and you might think to yourself, okay, but this could have been registered by anyone else, right? And keep in mind, this was in 2002, so this is a very old creation date for this one. Now, to prove that this company is also the one that works with Nintendo, we can go straight forward here and skip forward because I did a search for example, Google here. Let's see. Actually, no. Let's do Nintendo.com, right? So let's search up the address of Nintendo.com. So you guys can see CSCDBS, the same company that does that, right? And of course, this was created back in 1995. So this is, again, a address that was created in 1995, so of course, it is most likely legitimate. That's around the time when Nintendo would have started using an actual proper website, because the internet prior to then was basically not used. And it was updated in 2024, started this year in January, and it's updated in the registry until 2026. So yes, it is keeping non-stop being updated. Again, though, if you look up Pokemon.com, right? You'll see, same company, CSCDBS, same company that has them registered. Finally, let's look up something like Google, because then you might think to yourself, oh, but maybe CSC is the company that does everybody. No, because if you look up Google.com, it's by MarkMonitor.com. It's a totally different company that registers under them. Let's do Facebook.com. Let's see if they're under Registrar Safe is a different company. Let's do Twitter.com. Don't even know if they still even use that one. It's under, this one actually is under CSC DBS, so this one is under the same company. Let's see, what's another company we can try? I don't even know. Digimon.com. I don't even know if that's going to work. This one is a Network Solutions. There you go. So again, Pokemon White Gold. A very specific search term, a very specific domain, but it was registered in 2002, which means that they have owned this, because there are a lot of Pokemon trademarks which more or less never get used, okay? So let's see. All unused Pokemon trademarks. Let's see. Let's find a full list of all the unused Pokemon game titles and trademarks, because there is a lot of them. This is a Twitter post, actually. Sorry. List of unused Pokemon character designs. No, that's not what we need. This is all Pokemon designs. We're actually looking for... let's see if we can show you this, guys, on screen here, because I think it's worthwhile to bring up. Here we go. I think this might actually be worthwhile. Here it is. So, here is a list of all the ones that we do know of. So you guys may not be able to see it. It's on the left side here. But this is where all of them are, guys. So we have, for example, list of unused Pokemon game trademarks. And this is a full list. So Pokemon names are the same as existing games, but written with different characters, will not be listed. So from 2002 until 2008, you have them here. From 2002, you have Pokemon Topaz, Pokemon White Gold. There it is. Okay, so it is a known one. Pokemon Tourmaline, and Pokemon Moonstone. So again, the Moonstone one is an interesting one because it's an old one that actually ended up being kind of used with Pokemon Moon, right? And then White Gold, Pokemon White ended up being used. So it is a known one. You also had in 2008, you had Pokemon Brown, you had Pokemon Gray, you had Pokemon Scarlet back in 2008, Pokemon Purple, which of course is Pokemon Violet by now, Pokemon Crimson and Pokemon Scarlet again in 2008 with a different registry. I haven't confirmed these, but apparently they were registered also, which were Pokemon Aqua Blue and Amethyst. And again, Very weird listings. But it is interesting nonetheless, because when you look at these, right, a lot of these have happened. Pokemon Moon basically happened. Pokemon Purple and Scarlet actually happened. Pokemon Brown, no. Pokemon Gray didn't really happen, but we did have Pokemon Black and White, which kind of was Pokemon White up here from, Pokemon White Gold. So again, they have used these things in the past. They could go back and use them again. They could go back and use these registered domains. But what I want to do is to confirm that if anybody does see this whole thing with the website, that yes, it is a known thing that they own it. Like, it's not an unknown quantity. We know this information, and I thought I would just share it and see what you guys think about it. Again, I just thought it was interesting. Nonetheless, let's move on to the next thing. Now, this was a post that was shared by Poke Sutami, so shout out to Poke Sutami for this one. But she said basically that there's a 4chan post that she's been taking a look at, which is very intriguing. Basically, quick debunk. Pokemon Legends Unova, codename Choah. Now, Choah basically means harmony and reconciliation. This is different from previous game codes, codenames, which tend to be more items, animals, and stars, etc., rather than concepts or philosophies. If you want to know more about Pokemon game codenames, check out my video on the topic. But basically, it's just a 4chan post saying next game is codename Choah, not the actual title. It seems Pokemon Legends game in old Unova. The twin siblings are descendants of a long-forgotten royal family. They have a strong dragon Pokemon. They cannot control the dragon in a fight. Protagonist meets the twins when they visit your village during their long journey. You start your adventure after meeting them. Region is divided into several areas in conflict with each other. The twins want to reunify the region. You will help twins by facing leaders of each area. Twins will become stronger thanks to your influence. Stories more about people than Pokemon, but the dragon is still a key element. Again, the fact that, even, Pokestami says that the codename is a little bit, doesn't really fit what they usually go for. It seems a little too specific. I would just give this one a, probably fake, okay? Probably fake. Moving on, there's a final post, and this was posted by Cage, who said 5 out of 6 of the Pokemon drawings have been based on mobile games. Now, basically, what he's talking about here is, Pokemon has been doing these posts, counting down till the Pokemon Day. And what they've done here is they had Pokemon, the 7 days left, 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, 2 days, 3 days, 3 days, 2 days. So the 7th day was Pokemon Masters EX. The 5th day was Pokemon Horizons, the anime. The 6th day, here was Unite, and 5th day was Horizons. Then 4th day, it was Pokemon Go. 3rd day was Pokemon Sleep. 2nd day was Pokemon Cafe Remix. So most likely all of these things, all 6 of these things will be mentioned. But again, there's still one last one missing here, because we've done Masters Unite, Cafe Remix, Horizon, Sleep, and Go. But we're missing the mainline Pokemon game, which we would expect to see that post most likely today, right? So if we go to the Pokemon account, here, the official Pokemon account, look at their most recent tweets. We can go down here. The last one was right here. So this 15 hours ago was this one. And they haven't posted a new one since. They haven't posted a new one yet, guys. It's been, I guess, in 24, when it hits 24 hours here. So in about, 9 hours or so, we're going to see the actual final post, unless they don't time them perfectly. But we're going to see a final one, guys. We're going to see a final one. And I'm guessing this one, the final one, may relate more to what we might be expecting. And that one might be a collage image of a bunch of Pokemon regions, or maybe Scarlet and Violet. We'll see. Because one of the things that people still think is maybe we're going to get another DLC. I highly doubt it. But again, anything is possible, guys. Anything is possible. Okay, so just as I was about to end the video, they posted this. So literally as I ended the video, I'm not even kidding, 24 seconds. You can literally see it right up here, guys. 24 seconds ago. Look at this. 24 seconds ago, they posted this. What are you kidding? Are you kidding me? So the final image was actually for the Pokemon TCG, which is really disappointing. There's not even anything for the mainline Pokemon games. There's not a single Pokemon post there. Not even Scarlet and Violet was included, man, which is really worrisome. I'm not gonna lie. It's really stressful, dude. But sorry about the latest Pokemon Day countdown illustration has been released. Today's focused on the Pokemon TCG, which, yeah, there you go, guys. This is it. In this one, of course, we do have a mix of stuff. It is, of course, all TCG related, but you have shiny Pokemon on the bottom side. You've got Charizard. Everybody likes Terrestrialization. Blood Moon Ursaluna, I guess. Ogerpon? I don't know. That's really that. It's kind of a disappointing post. I'm not gonna lie, but there it is, guys. There it is. So that's pretty much that in regards to those things. Finishing things off, guys, we've already scheduled our live stream, guys. Yes, our Pokemon Presents live stream is scheduled. Please go there and press the notify me button down there at the bottom. Please go click it right now, this button right here, to notify you when the live stream goes live. We're going to be live tomorrow. I'm going to be live at 11 my time, so I'm going to be live almost, I want to say 4 hours before the actual present starts. I'll be live for a long time. We're going to get hype and excited. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have a lot of surprises for you guys. It's going to be really enjoyable. So hopefully you guys will be there. I can't wait to see you all. And it's going to be a great Pokemon Day, guys. The celebration of the Pokemon Company, celebration of the... sorry, not Pokemon Company. Fuck 'em. Celebration of Pokemon. Great celebration of the Pokemon, fans and us, because we get more fun games. I hope, at least, or else we're going to get shafted. But nonetheless, though, guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and bye-bye.